True or false? You walk into most food situations either fixated on what you should do or feeling like you can break the rules because you've earned or deserve it. Yeah, that used to be me too. I mean, how could it not be, living in the world that we live in? And after 10 plus years in recovery from an insidious eating disorder, and now a licensed therapist who specializes in shame and eating disorders, I can tell you with absolute certainty, those thoughts are complete BS and entirely rooted in shame-based systems of body and health oppression. Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Kira Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so that you can live your life on purpose. Today, we're talking about the importance of food neutrality. Food isn't something that we earn or deserve, nor is it a reward or punishment. It just is. When we tie what, when, or how much we eat to how we think about ourselves or an emotional state, food loses its neutrality and gets jumbled in shame. You aren't more deserving of a piece of cake because you worked out X number of times or ate salads throughout the week. You don't need to punish yourself because the number on the scale said so. You don't have to relegate yourself to food you hate or don't enjoy because you feel shame about your body or sense of self. These beliefs are deeply connected to your shame and negative self-evaluation. Not to mention living in a world heavily influenced by the $65+ billion diet and fitness industry that uses shame as a key marketing tactic. Food has no inherent value. Now, I understand some of you are going to say, but there are definitely foods that are better for you than others or more healthy, or what about processed foods? Sure, that's fair. That's just not what I mean here. I mean, cake isn't a reward food. Carrots and green beans aren't punishments. If you eat cake in a thin body, you're no more worthy or deserving than if you eat cake in a fat body. Food is not reserved for people in a certain body type. All foods fit and can have a neutral place and space in your life if you allow them. Let go of the feeling that we need to get or obtain permission to have it, or that it's reserved for X people in Y body or Z feelings and experiences. The more you engage in this thinking, the more likely you are to develop unhealthy relationships with food, wherein you get stuck in that belief that food is good or bad, right or wrong, or that you are deserving or undeserving of it. Once you shift this perspective, it'll allow you to begin the deeper work to address food and body shame, uncover the role of emotional eating, and think about what food neutrality could look like in all aspects of your life. So how do you begin to put this into practice? First, get clear on your food rules and biases. What stories have you internalized about different foods and your right in your body or given your actions and ability to eat certain foods? Second, spend some time reflecting in your relationship with your body. Where do you hold shame, judgment, rigidity, fear? And where has that come from? Third, begin the process of body reconnecting. Your body is incredibly good at telling you what it needs if we're willing to listen. Start with some yoga, progressive muscle relaxation, or a compassionate body scan. Notice what you feel in your body and start to spend more time with and connect to it. Fourth, develop neutral statements for food. The main one that I use is all foods fit, and the idea from Michael Pollan that we can eat anything if we make it ourselves. This completely changed the deeply held rules and beliefs I had in my eating disorder around carbohydrates, such as cookies, brownies, bread, anything baked, as being foods that I couldn't have, or else fill in the blank with honestly any negative thought that you could come up with about my weight, my value, productivity, success, etc. When I got more in touch with what health meant for me and began to challenge those rules, I learned that there are things for me about processed foods that I didn't want to consume. And treats, baked goods, sandwiches, etc. aren't bad. They're not the enemy. I could even enjoy them more once I made them because I'm proud of myself for making space to learn how to make things that I enjoy, and I could savor them differently in those moments. Other phrases that you could consider trying for you might include, there's no such thing as a good or bad food. I'm allowed to enjoy my food. My body can tell me when it's hungry and full if I work on learning to listen. I don't have to earn food. I can enjoy food without it symbolizing my value as a person. And I will no longer give food this much power over my sense of self. And fifth, start putting these statements into practice. Begin to explore balance and depth in your food and respond with one of these statements when you find shame showing up. Give yourself space to acknowledge shame is present. I mean, again, how could it not be? And then move forward. You can look for themes or triggers such as stressful days, changes in your menstrual cycle, times of year that impact how you engage with food and your body. Notice when you get fixated on or controlled by a rule or fear, and instead of giving in or trying to force yourself out of it, just be with it. Get curious. Allow yourself space to sit in and with it and remind yourself, I'm not defined by what I eat. I am allowed to fuel my body without feeling shame. Now, before you go, let us know in the comments one food rule or shame thought that you're going to leave behind. You're going to leave it here and you're going to get off the computer and be done with it. What will you no longer carry with you or give permission to overrun your life? And below this video, check out the links to other resources that I shared on body image, disordered eating, and learning to love our bodies and selves. If you haven't joined the AR Insider yet, be sure to click a link in the show notes and get yourself on the list to get exclusive content and discounts that I don't share anywhere else, and stay in the know on all of the happenings of Adversity Rising. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to give me a thumbs up and share this video with someone that you think could benefit from hearing this message. And if you want to get all the content that I'm putting out on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We have the right to show our bodies unconditional love and to see food as a tool to fuel us, not something to berate ourselves for. You have the right to author your own story. So let's go get that pen back. See you next time.